name's Ann Avery, and I'm here in my home in Wellingore, which is in Lincolnshire in England. We're sitting in a big room, which is a library. We call it the annex because it's the annex to the house, and we couldn't think of a better name. This has been a really great occasion. Jim and Judy came yesterday, along with a number of other kith and kin, to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Desmond and me. We got married on September the 4th. Today's September the 5th, 2010. We got married on September the 4th, 1970, in the Great Hall on the west side of Chicago, on the last day of the summer program of that of the order. Yesterday was really, really wonderful. It was a feast all around. The people here that are connected to this community, the order, were the Shriners, Paul and Christine, and their son Joshua, and Robert Crick, and the Wiegels, and Joan. Our daughter Joan Avery was here from Vienna. She's here now with her husband Georg. Their last name is Zedlocker, so it's from A to Z, A to Z. And they, along with another friend from Austria, made really exciting music, with violin, guitar, and then we had some singing by Desmond and even me, and others, and it was a great time.
It's like a kind of time warp, and all of the past and the present and the future seem to be here with us. And everyone has helped in their own special way to bring us to this point. But there is one person in particular. I've got a script. There is one person in particular without whom this happy day could not have happened. And as everyone knows, it's only by a miracle that the story of our lives has turned out this way so far. And miracles are closely related to sainthood, so I would like to propose a toast to the principal miracle worker and saint concerned, Anne.
Here, here.
Saint Anne de Wellingore.
Saint Anne.
Thank you.
Yes, it does.
I'd like to propose a toast to Desmond. I've heard that 40 years, symbolically, is a long time. 40 years in a desert, 40 days in a desert, whatever, 40. It's a long, significant time. And so I'd like to propose this toast to the significance of approximately, give or take a few, 14,700 days since I first saw Desmond Avery in Chicago, having seen his name and said, oh, put him in another group. I don't like that name. It's a very snooty name. I was overruled, and he was in this group of teachers. And then I saw him, unlike anything I had ever imagined that I would be hooked up to. Two people with more different backgrounds and different ways of being you can hardly imagine. But I knew from the first moment, and this sounds silly, but it's true, I knew from the first moment that this was a person I wanted to be connected with quite a lot. So it took a while to get around, you know, to get to the year later of getting married. And what I want to do is salute you, Desmond, particularly for the things that make us different. There are little things like he doesn't like peanut butter, and he insists that potato chips, that is to say crisp, are better without vinegar. A few things like that. Orderliness is another difference between us. You can guess which one is the more orderly.
I'm the orderly one.
Also, a habit of analysis. The way you listen to somebody's good idea is you take it apart and see, you know, how it stands up to the light of reason, etc. We're a bit different in that way. And also, willingness to follow something through, you know, to the logical conclusion, even to continue a conversation along the same line that started. That's which is different. I'm not like that. But from the start, there has been something in the way we perceive things that's in common, and I'm happy about that. And more things I'd like to salute are your kindness, patience, willingness to reconsider things after a while, and I would like to salute our future.
Another 40 years in the desert. And now?
Good words.
And now
We can have
we can have some pudding. So
Yes.
we will.
We'll clear
Those
the
people
legs.
I said could help. I think I told Ann she could help, and Fran, you could help to clear the place. Everybody else can just be waiting on.
I'm honored.
Okay, Fran? Yes.
And then we'll play something else, and then there'll be a song where everyone can join in, and and then James, I think afterwards might sing. Might, if he feels like it. Okay, so this is a piece, a Jewish piece, because I don't know, we live in Vienna, and a lot of the music that we have is Jewish music. This next one has 4 lines only, and it's in Yiddish, and the lyrics are: where is the little street? Where is the little room? And where is the little girl that I used to love? And the next verses says: here is the little street, and here is the little room, and here is the little girl that I used to love.
You feel like dancing.
Are you going to sing?
Yes. I'm What's my first note?
That one.
Oh, okay. So, wo ist das Gässele, wo ist die Stieg, wo ist das Mädele, was ich hab lieb? Da ist das Gässele, da ist die Stieg, da ist das Mädele, was ich hab lieb.
Sky. So I think you have to. We start and then. No, what?
The Balm in Gilead.
No, the Balm in Gilead. Okay.
The Balm in Gilead.
The Balm in Gilead
This
first,
is
and
the
then.
Balm in Gilead. It's an Afro-American spiritual, and you know about the balm in Gilead. Anyhow, there's a balm in Gilead. Jeremiah said, "Is there no balm in Gilead to heal your daughters?" Anyhow, Desmond and
Oh,
I,
yes,
and
we're
Jim,
Desmond.
you're in the way. Well, it's all right. You don't need to be together. That's okay. Well, and please feel free to join in after the first couple of lines, if you like. You know it.
Okay.
question, there are two verses on the end and one in the middle of the question. So if you know how riddles work, that's all right. And if you know how to ask the question, Jenny's going to do it. Everybody can follow along.
I got notice a minute ago, so
Yeah.
give you an idea.
Yeah.
So you'll just.
It's okay. You can all join in if you can figure it out. How can there be a? This is apparently American cousin of "I Will Give My Love an Apple,"
Yeah,
which
that's
is a
right.
bit more minorish. This is kind of American.
That's all.
Okay. I gave my love a cherry as no stone. I gave my love a chicken that has no bone. I gave my love a ring that has no end. I gave my love a baby with no crying.
How there be a cherry without a soul? How can there be a cherry without a soul? Can there be
A cherry with its blooming, it has no stone. A chicken with its pippin, it has no bone. A ring when it's a-rolling, it has no end. And a baby when it's sleeping, there's no
Okay.
Okay. We're going to sing Over the Sea to Sky. And everybody knows the chorus, I'm sure. And there'll be a few solos on the verses. Here's my
I'm joining.
You have the first one.
I can get my eye in on the guitar. I'll
Now,
Yeah.
so all together on the chorus, speak on both minutes.
song I wrote some years ago. This is based on the, probably know it, Pastor Niemöller under the Nazis. They came for the Jews, I was not a Jew. And I came for the communists. They came for the communists, I was not a communist. And so then they came for me, and there was no one to speak for me about the Nazis. Anyway, this is the song. It's better than what I was describing. Okay? Just across the street from my church there lived a man who was never at any of my services since my ministry began. A godless agitator, always striking over pay. He had it coming to him, and one day they came for the communists, but I was not a communist. I didn't really feel I should protest. Police attention should be fixed on other things than politics. I thought to be discreet was for the best. Old Rabbi Jacob I knew well, and all his fellow Jews. We used to get along quite well until we heard the news. The fascists were in power, we no longer dared to meet. Each of us kept to his side of the street. We came for the Jews, well I was not a Jew. I didn't really feel I should protest. Police attention should be fixed on other things than politics. I thought to be discreet was for the best. There came a time when all the families in my neighborhood seemed righteous and godly, and the church going was good. Until the day I preached on the brotherhood of man. My church was closed, my preaching under a ban. And when it came, that dawn arrest, I heard no voice raised in protest. And as I pondered my captivity, I realized no one remained who might have so much as complained. That morning when those jackboots came for me. Do you want to have one? No, later. Would you like the like?
Oh, yes.
Well, I haven't prepared it, but come walk here. Can we use in B minor? Oh, I haven't played for ages. Bear with me. How are you in that key? You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, there were three gypsies that come to my door, and downstairs ran this lady. The one sang high and the other sang low. The third sang a bonny, bonny scale. Oh, she pulled off her silk-finished gown and put on hose of leather, oh. The ragged, ragged rags about our door. She's gone with the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh. It was late last night when my lord came home, inquiring for his lady, oh. The servant said on every hand, she'd gone with the raggle-taggle gypsies, oh. Oh, Santa, be my milk-white steed, fetch me my pony, oh, that I may ride and seek my bride. She's gone with the raggle-taggle gypsies. Oh, he rode high and he rode low, he rode over our copses too, until he came to a wide open field. There he spied his lady out. What makes you leave house and your land, your money and all your show. What makes you leave your new wedded lord to follow the ragtag gypsy? Oh, what care I for my new wedded lord? I can't sing as nice, but you'll sing it. What care for my new wedded lord? I'm off with the ragtag gypsy. Last night you slept in a goose feather bed with the sheets turned down so bravely, oh. Tonight you shall sleep in a cold open field along with the ragtag gypsies, oh. You're a lady now, oh, what care I for my new wedded lord? Myself, tonight I shall sleep in a cold open field along with the ragtag gypsies, oh. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? I just thought if we're in the folk line, I mean, there's the seeds of love.
Yeah. That's true. That's great.
I sowed the seeds of love. I sowed them in the spring. Gathered them up in the morning so soon. The small birds sweetly sing, oh, and the small birds sweetly sing. My garden was planted well, flowers everywhere, but I had not the liberty then for to choose the flower that I held most dear, the flower that I held most dear. Standing by, he bade me take great care, for under the blossom and under the leaves is a thorn that will wound and tear, is a thorn that will wound and tear. Of hyssop I'll take a spray, no other flower will I touch, that all that may look on it may see and may say, I love it one flower too much, that I love it one flower too much. My garden is now grown wild, when shall I plant it anew? Garden that once was overrun with time is now all grown with rue, is now all grown with rue.
Maybe one more only.
One more of yours.
Oh, play one of the Romanian.
Yes.
In honor. holy one in honor of Granny. But you'll have to tell the story first.
Well, the story is my mother lived in Hungary, and she was Austrian, and when she was in London in 1939, my father fell in love with her, and so he took her to a Hungarian restaurant, and the violinist there came to their table and played beautiful Hungarian gypsy music. Do you remember this story, Noni? Anyway,
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and so my father said, "Oh, that's wonderful. What part of Hungary do you come from?" And he said, "Tottenham Court Road, sir, not a word."
That's right.
in the corner to stand up and make a really long, rambling speech, very offensive remarks which he thinks are funny. And so my dear wife Viv said, whatever you do, don't make a speech. But the spirit has moved me more than my wife. And I just wanted to say, I feel ghosts here. Ghosts of the living and the dead. Those who have not been privileged to be here today. I'm sure Desmond would have invited Simone Weil, and she no doubt would have stood outside and refused to come in. But there are many others who have had the privilege of being touched by this superb family over the years. And I would begin with my own sons, who had no other sister than Joan, and they loved their surrogate sister Joan very, very much. And it's wonderful that we could see you again. There's my son Ed's godfather, Desmond, who will be glad to know Ed is a more emphatic and fundamentalist atheist than Richard Dawkins or anyone else. You've done a good job there. There are many others that you could call to mind. I would speak on behalf of all those refugees and asylum seekers who have been touched by Anne's concern, and all those that Desmond's work with the WHO has touched. But there are others that I could go on and on about. But thinking of Viv, I just say, I propose the toast to our absent friends.
Absent friends.
This has come out of India? For sure. For sure, yeah.
It's a challenge.
And when I came to the compliment,
With the
What does that be mean? I've seen it somewhere.
Is it?
Symbolic in the church? I don't know. What are they They go with the green men.
they put me on the right track. Nowhere near.
The green men in churches.
Oh yeah, the green man with the trees.
Nature's
Oh yeah.
I'm sure I've seen many of these homes.
It's some kind of pre-Christian thing, isn't it? A tree that's a man that grows.
Yes.
The green man.
It was the linking of the Jewish faith to the Christian faith, I think, was the green men in the church.
Oh, lovely.
Isn't that beautiful?
And it's about the most unchristian.
You can guess what that
An appropriate thought.
And
Jim asked us when we were in Arizona if we what kind of practices we had, and I said, well, every Sunday we break bread and give it to each other, and we spill wine for each other. So now we've got the perfect kit.
I've never seen such a voice.
That's what I was thinking about.
I thought you might.
Good. Thank you for including us in your life for the last 4 weeks. And we are off.
You're off. Well, Desmond knew you in when I first knew you, sitting under the kitchen table and what it was.
Serving
On Easter 1975.
Don't get us
But I do have a goose over there.
Yes.
Young Catholic.
Yes, okay, we'll have a good